So we're gonna try something a little bit different today. Basically, Linux is becoming more and more a thing that people are talking about. Windows 11 has started to do like some weird stuff, you know, stuff we don't want to have on our PC, and like systems that you don't want to use. Like you uninstall Edge and all of a sudden you have Edge again. Like it's like a weird thing that the world is like evolving into. And I think really like the best thing to do is kind of like looking into what alternatives do we have out there. Like I recently gave up Adobe, which has been dominating the market. I've been using Adobe for like 15 years. Now I'm using alternatives. I'm using DaVinci Resolve for video editing. I'm using Affinity Photo 2 for like image editing. I know it's not like 100% replacing those software, but it gets pretty close. Linux is like, I don't know, like the next thing that we need to like experiment with, I guess. I've never set it up before, by the way. Like, well, that's a lie. I set it up like 10 years ago, like one time to try it out. As soon as I got it booted up, I gave up on it because it was just so different from what I was used to. But I wasn't really mentally in a place where I was ready to like give up Windows for like trying something new. I'm kind of hoping that in the future, like everything will start working on Linux. If that happens, I will probably most likely swap over to Linux like permanently, simply because it's open source. It's not like we don't have that greedy consumer thing on the top of our head like constantly like we do with like Windows. It's open source. We can customize it in any kind of way we want to. I really hope that Linux will have like every game working on it at some point and every software will work, because then I can just like swap over. What I've done right now, because right now, like I said, everything doesn't work on Linux and I do use a lot of everything. So I have a laptop in front of me here. It does not have Linux installed on it right now. As you can see, if I swap over to my capture card, which I've actually, this is kind of like a fun little thing. I didn't actually know you could take a laptop and then capture into your other PC from a laptop in order to record the screen. Like what you're seeing right now is me sitting with my little touchpad on my laptop, and you know, like this is Windows 11. But what I want to do is try and install Linux on this laptop, because I'm not gonna do it on my main system. Like I won't be able to use it anymore. Like this is like pretty much an experiment. I have absolutely no idea if Linux is gonna be something that I like. I guess I have a USB drive. I don't know, is this how you do it on Linux? Because on Windows, we install like a boot inside a USB drive and then we just boot up Windows. How do you do it on Linux? Like I did Google it here. So how do we get it? Like what is the link? Like is there like a Linux website? Because there's a Windows website to get this from. So we have to get like the boot thing. Probably put in my USB drive. Yeah. Okay, how am I gonna do that? Because I'm using all my USBs. Let's see what I have. Oh, I have a boot drive for Windows 11 on it. That's kind of cool. So now I need to get the boot drive from a distribution service. Ubuntu, install Ubuntu desktop. Right, okay, so Ubuntu, from my understanding, is a Linux-based environment, which is what I'm using for creating websites right now, because Docker, right, is Linux-based, so we have to use Docker. Okay, so how to install Linux? What you'll need, a laptop or PC with at least 25 gigabyte of storage space. Okay, 30 gigabyte. As you can see, like a lot of people are gonna be triggered over my space. I just set up a new hard disk, okay, so I do have more space. I have a bunch of recordings that if I move from my one drive to another, it's gonna like mess up my editing software. So I don't want to have to like grab all those files. So it is gonna be triggering until I get everything edited. Okay, so I do have the space. Is there anything? Oh, there's a step 2. Okay, well I have that. Can we skip this? Because I don't want to sign up for a newsletter. Oh, it is downloading. Okay, I was like, oh, do I have to like do this thing? This is already like, I don't know. This is already what I don't want in Microsoft. It takes 15 minutes to download. Hopefully this is going to be a lot faster. I had enough time to go get something to eat, and I got something to drink. So we're ready to continue installing Linux. So I'm guessing it's like the same process of like, I don't know, like setting up Windows. You just kind of like double click it. Just gonna open a piece of software and it says, oh, where do you want to install this? And then we choose the USB drive. Security warning. Okay, is that... Windows, is that you trying to like prevent me from installing Linux? It's like, oh no, another person. He's setting up Linux. Gotta give him a warning. Like, this might be a virus. Yeah, it is. It is the correct website. I just had to double check this wasn't like a scam website. Okay, so I gotta like see what is going on here. Okay, for Windows. So I guess we have to download something else now to get this working. Oh, that's neat. I like that symbol. Look at that. It's like, it's transparent in the middle. That's cool. Okay, so flash from file, which is what I want to do. So I want to grab the file. There, we got the ISO. So open that. I select the target, which is my USB drive, which has 31.5 gigabyte available. I guess I'm gonna like uninstall this software afterwards. This is probably like the only time I'm ever gonna do this. So, well, who knows? What if I all of a sudden enjoy Linux? I'm gonna have to do this again. I don't know why, but it's just something about like, so I don't know if you can say like you own it, like you own your operating system, but like there's so much going on nowadays about you not owning your stuff, like your digital stuff, like games, for example. Games. I don't know why I said it like that. Okay, well, it's done. Flash another. No, we're done. Yeah, I guess we can close this down and we have a bootable USB drive, right? Okay, so one of these are the bootable drive. So I'm gonna take it out. It's like behind my PC. Take it out, put it inside, and then we get stuff going. Okay, so got it right here. And we're gonna swap over to my screen capture, because that's where I have my laptop. I have absolutely no idea like what I need to press to get into the BIOS, because that's what we need to do, at least if it's like on Windows. Wait, I have to hold down FN. There we go. It's updating now. Oh my god. Now I gotta wait for the update to finish just so I can like delete the update and install Linux instead. By the way, how cool is it? I'm sitting here like screen recording off a computer that has no OBS running on it. Now we're waiting. Yeah, I've been trying to beat this boss for so long. It's probably like a super easy boss, but for some reason I just can't beat him. Okay, well, I already started out bad. Yeah, this is how long the Windows update is taking, by the way. I'm not doing any sort of editing here. Like, I haven't edited down the update in the corner to make it appear like it takes a long time. Like, I'm seriously sitting here and it's taking a long time. See, I'm not totally bad. There you go. Stab it again. This might have been like, I was about to say, this might have been like the furthest I've ever got. And then I died. Oh, wait, it's done. Windows is done. It timed perfectly. Okay, so it booted up my my Windows again after like, how long did that take? That took like 10 minutes. F2 startup check. Okay, F2. You can't, did it say? Okay, there we go. Now that's hardware diagnostics. Oh, it's F9. It said so. There we go. Hey, we got it. Okay. So we need to figure out which one to boot from. So we have the boot manager, which is Windows boot manager, and then we have our USB drive. That's the one we want to use. There's a couple of different options here. You can't see anything that's going on right now, but it has like this very terminal looking interface where it says try or install Ubuntu. So, oh, you can see it now. No need for a photo. That's what I've been looking at after I clicked install. There's a small X. Oh, actually, there's a cursor. You just can't see it. Hey, what do you want? This is Alfie. You were bothering your mom, so Dad has you now. Okay, we got something on screen. For some reason, you have like, you can see the background, but I have like a preparing Ubuntu pop-up that's like loading right now. Oh, hey, it's done. I was sitting here reading about the installation process. Okay, you can't see. I'll take another photo for you. Ubuntu 24.04.2 LTS is installed and ready to use. Kind of excited to see what software I can use. Like, I don't know, like there's a lot of games that don't run on Linux-based systems. You can't see anything of what I'm seeing right now. This is so frustrating. Get started with more applications. So it's like recommending, again, I gotta take a photo for you because you can't see anything. Wait, oh, right. Oh, that's why you can't see anything. That's so annoying. Okay. It's viewing my recording as a second monitor. Oh, apply. I didn't see the apply button. There we go. Now I can see what is going on. That's annoying. So we have some settings going on. Like this is the first thing I just right click like I would on Windows. I pick display settings and now we're in here. Can I make it look a little bit more like Windows since I'm like kind of used to it? Oh, there's some background stuff. Oh, this is so much better. I like dark mode. I mean, for you guys, I might have to do this because it's a little bit harder to see on screen, but dark mode is so much better. This is cool. I really like how this looks. And I just like a side thing, I can kind of feel like, I don't know, it feels like when you use Windows and you press something, it has a bunch of processes going on in the background. It's like trying to like interpret. And I know Windows has a lot of stuff in it. It is more complex than Linux, of course, but it's just kind of like a side thing I noticed. We can change the appearance. What about like the taskbar over here? Can I customize it? Oh, that's these icons down there. What if I... Yeah, okay, so these down here are getting bigger. So position of new icons, bottom right. So it actually loads up new icons from the bottom right. That's kind of weird. Let's do top left. So it's going to appear up here instead, right? Just like Windows. What I'm really trying to do here, I'm not trying to make it into Windows, but I'm trying to make it into something I'm used to, right? Because I've been using Windows for so many years. So I want it to be, you know... Oh, the dock! This is the one. Auto hide. It's not doing it. Icon size. There we go. Okay, I don't like it being like super big. I want it to be like this. Might be more difficult for you to see on screen, but on my tiny monitor here, let's do this. Compromise. Position on screen. Bottom. There we go. This is what I want. And now I actually want it to be smaller. There we go. Okay. So if I go out and open the App Store, or App Center as it's called, like, is this how you install things? I mean, if you open a website, right? It has Firefox here as a browser. I should be able to just kind of like go to any kind of website that has, you know, like software that has a Linux version and just download it from what I'm guessing, or like install it through the console. If that's something that we do using Linux, because last time I installed Linux, everything was console based for some weird reason. Like there was no like interface in the same way, but you actually have an interface now. This is so much better than what I remember. It actually has categories: development, games, Steam might be. Oh right. Why is it? Is that okay? No. Oh, okay. It's because I have the taskbar at the bottom. I guess I'm gonna put it on the side then, because apparently it expects me to. So now it fits to screen. Another bug, by the way, like the windows, they need to adjust to where my taskbar is positioned. I should have internet. Let's go to YouTube. Yeah, so I do have internet. It shows up here too. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna close it down. I'm gonna open it again because clearly there's some sort of bug going on. Now it's loading in different things. It's not saying I don't have internet. Manage. So these are the ones I do have installed right now, I'm guessing. But we do have some stuff in here. Development. Sublime Text is in here. PyCharm. Code. This one I do actually need. Is this hooked up to, what is it called? GitHub. And then it installs directly from there. Oh, there's a password. Well, guess what that is. I'm gonna reset my password after this because I didn't know we had to use it for apps. Okay, so there's actually some. It's not just for starting up your PC. Games. What do we have in here? I'm assuming it can install while I'm browsing. Like I wasn't really looking for like. Oh, there we go. Game development. App bundles. Oh, this is cool. So we do actually have GIMP, and we have Godot and Blender. Game launchers. That's something I'm gonna need too, just to test it out. Like it would be kind of cool to see what kind of games I can actually run on this machine. I mean, this laptop is pretty crap, so it's not gonna run any games other than like, I don't know, Stardew Valley or something. But just the fact that I can like just see what I could if I wanted to. I know my wife, she's using Mac OS, and there's a lot of games she cannot install. What if I go to Affinity Photo? Affinity Photo 2. Okay, so there's something called Vine. Some people have been talking about this. This is like a, is that an emulator? Is that what you call it? Like Vine is something that you can use like a container to install Affinity Photo 2. But I do also see people complain about it crashing a lot. Just for fun, let me actually try and install Steam. And then see if I can get Stardew Valley installed on this. And then if I can't talk right now. If I can actually play it, that would be kind of fun. And I should also have VS Code installed now. So if I go in here and I search. Oh, it's actually right there. Visual Studio Code. Oh, it's running. Pin to dash. Visual Studio have been pinned. Okay, I don't need a choose password for new keyring. I don't know what that means. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use a different password. I learned from my first mistake. Okay. Welcoming screen. I would like to not have this pop up every single time. I'm actually inside Visual Studio Code right now, doing stuff. Like, this is so cool. I honestly didn't know the interface was going to be this intuitive when it came to Linux. DaVinci Resolve for video editing. Actually, let me check if they have that one, because that's kind of important. This is, by the way, a video editor I highly recommend, especially if you don't pay for Adobe, because this is like, in my opinion, this editor here for video editing, it's free. It does have a pro version, but it's like advanced features, right? Like the free version is better than Premiere, in my opinion. Like it's just so good. There we go. Okay, free version. It has a Linux version. Oh my god. I feel like a hipster whenever I like try out Linux and I replace Adobe products, and you know, like it's like, I don't know. Obviously Adobe products are superior to whatever other products out there. Obviously Microsoft is more superior as an operating system, but it's like you feel like Big Brother is watching you, kind of. Like they put all these arbitrary things on top of whatever you have. So when you have Windows 11, you also get advertisements. When you use Adobe products, they keep pushing new things for you to like buy or something. Like it's like you don't even own the software. It's like there's just so many business practices. Like people are just not really seeing them. They're just kind of like, they're just happy with using it, right? They're sitting here, they're using Windows, and they just turn a blind eye to everything else. I do that too when I'm using Windows, because you know it's what I have. I can't sit here and use something that I use constantly every day and just be so like frustrated and unhappy with it. Okay, loading up. Hopefully it's not showing anything private. Yeah, that is my Steam tag. Okay, for Danish people, I came up. It's one of those, like, you know, when you make your first email back in 5th grade and you had to come up with something silly. It's the same thing here. Is there anything else I could play on this? Like something, but the question is, do they actually work? Like if I wanted to play Elden Ring, yeah, available for Windows. So this is like, unfortunately, the harsh truth when it comes to Linux. Game developers are developing for Windows. Like that is the primary thing, and this is like the big obstacle that is preventing me from installing Linux on like my main machine. Again, this is my laptop being just absurdly slow. It's installing a game and it wants me to browse at the same time. Oh my god. Linux. Oh, I think I saw something. Steam OS plus Linux. So there's actually a bunch of games you can play on Linux. But are all the popular games here? Counter-Strike is here. I don't play it, but for people who do, you can do it. Oh, we got game. We got game. There's gonna be audio, but like you might be able to hear it into the microphone. This is really cool. This laptop, by the way, it cannot, like I said, play any sort of advanced games. So I'm probably gonna keep Linux on this machine because it can play at least the one game that I play together with my wife. And then I can like test out things like installing Affinity Photo. Like I might do just like a separate video just trying to install that and see if that works. Because this video is already, like I think I've been recording for like 2.5 hours now. A lot of that time was waiting, but double checking my recording over there to see, oh, it works. Wait. Do I have to click? Oh, okay, it's WASD. This is Linux, by the way. It's not Windows, it's not Mac. This is Linux. On a crappy laptop, by the way. So, can I farm these? I don't know, I have a rock in my hand. How do I... This is so cool. Okay, so it's just like a tester, but like, really? If any of you are just like playing Stardew Valley and that's like the only thing you play, this is not gonna be an issue for you. By the way, let me just fix this one thing, because I did this for you guys, but if I'm gonna use this myself, it's not gonna look like this. It's gonna be dark mode, because this is way better. Right? Come on. There we go. I love the little phasing in. This is so cool. I love how it looks. I don't know, it's so responsive. I can't feel like, I can't sense I'm using a crappy, cheap laptop right now. It is actually being super responsive, which is, it's great. Can I filter? I just want to see, like, can I go in here? I can. Show only games that run on Linux. Okay, I just want to see if some of my Alien Isolation runs on Linux. Again, you can see I have a big Steam library right now. Please let there be some really awesome titles in here. Dread Out. I've actually been playing that one. Grand Theft Auto 5. Half-Life. Hitman. The Last of Us Part 1. I can play on Linux. Why wasn't that under like top recommended games when I went to browse the store? Probably because I own it already. Outlast can be played. Resident Evil 4? Wait, is that the remake? It is. I can play that on Linux. Can I play all the Resident Evil games on Linux? That would be freaking awesome. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Soma, so the Amnesia games, I guess. Undertale. Valheim. Okay, so there's like, obviously there's a, like, I think maybe like a fourth of my games can be played on Linux. But Red Dead Redemption 2, that actually blew my mind. I did not expect them to, and Resident Evil, by the way. Is it only Resident Evil 4? Resident Evil. Yeah, okay, so Resident Evil 2, unfortunately, only Windows. So basically, what are my thoughts on this Linux system? You've heard a lot of my thoughts throughout the video, but there are some games that cannot be played on Linux. There are some software that cannot be used inside Linux, like Affinity Photo, Adobe. Like, you kind of have to do workarounds to get those working. If there's at some point it's going to be like full support for basically all the stuff that you can install on Windows as well. Like, let's say all of a sudden they found some way to play every single game inside my Steam library and also use Affinity Photo 2, I would, like that, swap over to Linux on my main PC. I don't know, this is just amazing. I think this is so cool that it's open source. I know Ubuntu is probably some company that is utilizing Linux open source and they make it into their own thing. It's kind of like a sub operating, like a branch operating system in itself. It's not really truly raw Linux, but it is Linux, but someone else took it and made it more user-friendly, so to speak. I think that's what's going on here. You might correct me in the comments. Again, I'm not a huge Linux expert. I don't fully know the technical things going on in the background here, but Linux has been a much better experience than I thought it was going to be. I was ready to sit here and type in terminals. For people who don't know what I mean by that, like if I go in here, get the terminal, this is what I'm talking about. Like if I wanted to access a folder on my computer system here, I would have to write cd, then something else, you know, to access the content directory of like home. Can I do that? Yeah, okay, so I have to go to my desktop, and there's like some sort of way to do that. Is it, I don't remember. There's a way to do it. I really do think that this is like, it just has those two things. If it can fix those two things, I'm gonna be a Linux person all the way, but unfortunately it's not. Listen to me, I'm sitting here like being a gamer, talking about playing games on Linux. Like that is a big thing. Like people who use computers and use Linux, like they play games, I think a lot of them. So, you know, it is just kind of cool to see how this is just so easy to set up. Like it really was easier than I thought it was going to be. It was very similar to setting up Windows. So what do you guys think? I've been sitting here recording now for like 3 hours or something. I cut a lot of it out, so you don't have to sit here and listen to me ramble a bunch of things that are boring to listen to. But I think this was kind of like a fun little video just to kind of like see what Linux was, get the impression, you know, like first-hand impression for someone who has never really used Linux before, to see what it is and what you can do with it. So I'm definitely a fan. I think this is amazing. It just needs those few things. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different. YouTube has been, well, not YouTube, content creators on YouTube have kind of been hit by a bombshell for the past year or so because of AI. You know, a lot of stuff is really like hurting YouTubers in terms of like, you know, guides, tutorials, like those kind of channels. Like they are really suffering right now. We have to start thinking about what we put up on our channel, basically. I thought this might be a fun video to put up on the channel. Trying to step back into my roots a little bit about what I find interesting and maybe make a video about that. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.